Okay, so welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gilmer and I'm a podcast engineer here. And I'm excited to bring you another episode of Blue Collar Crypto with Tim Torosian that we do here every day at 5:30 Central.
That's all right. I don't.
And so the Blue Collar Crypto is kind of a business tips, crypto, and so on for blue collar workers. And so nothing further ado, I am going to pass it over to Tim to kick us off. Over to you, Tim.
I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine.
Tim. Tim, over to you. As well, we're waiting for Tim to join us here. We do have other shows in the network that everybody's welcome to join us on, like World of Ability, and so on. Tim, are you there?
I'm here.
It's over to you.
Okay, over to me. Is that what you said?
Yep, your turn, Tim.
Okay. So welcome to Blue Collar Crypto. This show, we've been doing it about 3 years, maybe or more. My hosts, co-hosts, Emily Golmer, Kurt Roskoff, Sue Roskoff, Neil Weber sometimes is with me on the show. Neil. And Tay is, we're going to get back to Tay, but sometimes I do it by myself. Sometimes I have a co-host. This week I had a interesting communication. A friend of mine, I said, hey, look, let's start to build your credit, but not just building credit is a great, you see a lot of commercials, get your credit score up. And so I suggested he do a couple things, right? Because you could do this, get a card, and we're going to build your credit for you. And so I told him, hey, why don't you? A suggestion for a friend of mine. I agreed to be his financial advisor, and my advice was this. Let me focus on the advice that I gave to this gentleman. He works a regular job, shows up, punches in, punches out, blue collar crypto, right? Blue collar job. So I said, look, what you need, and I told him what I thought he could use is, motivation is what we need, right? We want to make changes, but we're going to need the good old-fashioned right? Motivation. So he says he's been ready and willing to make some changes, and he agrees that he needs to make some changes. And because we have this long journey, we want to buy our own home, we want to start our family, we want to have our kids inside the home that, we buy. Maybe we don't even have a wife, but we have children, right? And we want them to come over and see, hey, Dad's got his own house. He's got really good credit. He has a nice car. It belongs in his brand new garage and from his house that he bought, right? And he has a good job and he has good credit, because good credit is a building block for all of this. You need these little stones, to build this brick wall of good credit. So how do you do that? Again, a lot of advertisements on TV, Chime, build your credit, Chime this, Chime that. So what he did was he had this Chime debit card debit card and Chime credit card. And I said, well, those aren't doing you any good. Forget about this debit and credit card. Because, how do I say this? What's the difference between a debit and a credit card? Why do you need both of these cards? And I asked him, he says, I don't think he understood, right? You need a credit. To build credit, you need a credit card. This debit card doesn't do you any good. So I said, go to your bank, go get a banker, go get a person, male, female, it doesn't matter, right? But find somebody you like to be your credit banker. And if you're not getting good service, go get another banker, get a person. When you go to the bank, ask for a banker. Don't just walk up to the counter and try and start a new account at the counter. Of course, I think most accounts are started with a personal visit. You go and you sit, and the banker sits behind his desk, the old-fashioned way, and build your credit that way. I said, forget about this debit card. You want to make purchases with your credit card. This debit card doesn't do you any good. You will not build credit with a debit card. It says debit on it, D-E-B-I-T. So if it's coming out of your bank account, it's no good. You have to get a credit card, so a credit company pays for it. Then you pay for the credit charges. And make sure you pay for that charge before the end of the month so you don't get taxed with a bunch of interest. And in that way, you will build credit. The more gas purchases, the more grocery purchases you do.
And if you would like to leave now is a good time.
So, am I interrupting? So,
No.
okay. So, anyway, what's the point here? Go to a bank, meet personally with the banker, find a banker that you like. 3 steps. Go to the bank, meet personally with the banker, and pick a banker that you like. If you don't like him, you're not going to get good advice from him, right? And if he doesn't like you, vice versa. You want him to steer you through this whole process, getting a credit card, building credit. And he needs to help you with this, or ditch him. Get rid of your banker. Get a new banker. Get somebody else. Change. Do the changeover. So, hey, that's enough of a show this week. I'm going to do some more crypto work next week. But get a banker that you like. Start building credit. Get a credit card. Start using the credit card for everything that you buy. Every time you use that credit card, you're building points on your credit. It will up your credit limit from 500 to 2,000 to 10,000. And better interest rates. That's it for Blue Collar Crypto. See you next week.
Thank you, Tim, for the information. Again, we are here every Sunday at 4 o'clock, 9:30. And encourage everybody to check out our social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and so on. And other people are working with, like of Transforming Media, Zach Clayton of the Pack Channel, Lawrence Wingate of Wingate Studios, Earl Williams of the Midwest Pension Podcast, and just join the Disability Channel. I'll get work that they're doing. So until next time, hope everybody has a safe and productive week.